everybody, this is Ahdoom, and for better or worse, now is the time for us to kill the Hag Witch. We've been putting it off for a few game rounds while I've been waiting for people to have cures for quirks and heals for stress put in place, but now it's time to do it. We're going to take a bit of a mixed bag of semi-lobies. Ludell needs to get up to level 6 for me to be a completionist, so I'm going to take him along. Penel is already level 6, and 9 Lives is coming along because I think she'll be handy-ish. Made a quick change out to abilities. Actually, I haven't even done that at all. Everyone is kind of stocked for my standard playstyle. Let's provision and get in there. It is a medium match, so we'll need to bring across some things with us. I'll bring a bit more than we normally do because, again, cash is less of a problem for us. Just a second, we are on the wheel though, and so bringing, not too much of everything is prudent. There are some places like the Coves where you want to bring like an absolute ton of medicinal herbs with you, but the Weald is kind of balanced, so let's plan accordingly. Alright, let's get in there.
As time wore on, her wild policy of self-experimentation grew intolerable. She quaffed all manner of strange fungi, herbs, and concoctions, intent on gaining some insight into the horror we both knew to be growing beneath us. The change in her was appalling, and no longer able to stomach it, I sent her to live in the Weald, where her wildness would be welcomed.
Okay, so that explains some things. Our ancestor isn't a chubby chaser, which is completely fine. She was striking, and then she did things to herself that...
There is method in the wild corruption here. It bears a form both wretched and malevolent.
Okay, so we don't really have a clear, proven path for where this lady is going to be, so I'm going to guess that she's out there. If she's not, she'll be down there, and if not, we'll have to backtrack all the way around the round, but she's certainly going to be in this direction. Hopefully we'll get a scout to clearly indicate where she is at. Now, if that's a curiosity, that's going to be a problem for me.
Waiting to be spent.
Yes, he's a curious chap. Oh well, that's going to bother me, but I'll have to find a way of surviving that regardless. No identified traps as yet, so we'll have to just press on. And first corner battle, Hateful Virago. That's not something that I think we've come up against in this play as yet. Human. Okay, they're all human aside from the unholy in the front. I think the most prudent course of action is for us to get an early stun in, but chances of stun are really darn low. Okay, well, how else can we make things work? Blight resist is, again, the Virago is pretty tanky, to be honest. Don't have the right stun ability, do have a bleed cure. Incision could be worthwhile here. Let's give that a go. 11 damage and no bleed, that's alright. We'll start with an Iron Swan on the Virago, though, just to start working her down. I'm worried that I have no anti-stressors in this mix, but that's okay. I think I can make this work. Well, no real chance of a kill there, but we can certainly work him down so he's less of a problem next turn. Chance for a kill there. Let's focus on the champion, though, because the Vestal, I think, will be able to finish him off with Judgment. Alright, so that's one down at least. Putrefying Breath is dodged, thankfully, and no ill effects. Bit of stress taken on. No stress taken on the Vestal. Great dodges. Bump of the night. Oh, man, we are just dodging well. That necrotic fungus is of slight concern, though. Oof. Alright, so 2 marked, and the debuffs are healing prevented. Healing prevented. Wow, okay, that's nasty. Let's keep up the Iron Swans regardless. 21 damage done and dealt. We can look at... Bleed resist is pretty darn high. No chance to insta-kill there. Can try and go for the blights. Very unlikely, but... let's go for the stuns. Probably what I'm going to take. One did, and that's the one I wanted, so I'm satisfied. Can look at crushing down something. I'm going to guess, though, that it's going to be the... Let's try and take out the militia. Didn't take, that's okay. Bump of the night, bit of damage back, 9. Wow, need to really get rid of that healing prevented. all I can do with this Vestal is... Oh, because all of her attacks act to prevent... Yeah, okay. All I can do is stun. Right, let's... Alright, that's dodge, but at least we get some torch out of it, so staying comfortably in Radiant. Let's try a Blight, I guess. Let's try a Blight. Probably won't take. No damage taken by the unpleasantness there, but, you know, do have 18 damage coming in on the Witch. Some stress taken. Yup. And our light situation is looking slightly problematic. All we can, again, really do is try and get that stun hit for damage, which is something, I guess, and the stun did take, so one less turn for us to worry about. We'll go for kill on the Virago now. Done. Alright. That's cleared. And all we have to do is worry about that fungus, but it doesn't seem to be actively doing me any damage, so what I'll do is try and get close to kill on the Enchantress, which looks like it's going to be a goer. Dead in her turn. Fantastic. And let's follow on with a crush right here. So there is no one that can do us any damage, but we also can't do any heals, which limits our opportunities to faff. All we can try and do is hope for a critical strike. Again, we're doing minor damage with that stun attacks. That's really all it can do. And then we can hack right here, 1 hit point left, and in our next turn we'll be free to act. Alright, bit more food, couple of deeds, Radiant Light is still in place, and let's carry on and see if we can live Dim Light back to Radiant, and behind door number 1 is... nothing. Jolly good. Because I found some food, I'm going to eat a smidge of it just to get my mana arms in a slightly better place. No scouting, so we're just going to have to do our best. Have found a thorny thicket, which we'll take care of.
A victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
Torch up and get a freebie. Torches clearly aren't going to be a problem for us.
For a task well performed.
Let's check behind door number 2. Giant ectoplasm and 2 bombards. Okay, those bombards are a concern. The ectoplasm is obviously a concern as well, but it can't spawn out unless it's got the... Okay, chance to resist is... Alright, let's try for a stun. Oh, it takes both times. Gorgeous stuff. Let's start doing some damage to the back row. It's 15 dealt with. We'll look at a focused heal on the mana arms. 9 up, which puts him pretty close to being topped off. Could look for... no chance to stun here. Even with a plus 40% stun skill chance. I don't know if that's calculated before or after, though. Might need to do some checking on that one. We'll do a party debuff. There we go. Nice. And it's just the ectoplasm. Oh, 23 damage and a crit as well. Damn, that's substantial. That is very substantial. But I think the Vestal has got this. Let's Iron Swan again, this fungal bombard. And it's gone. 1 less to worry about. Blight resist is immense, so there's no point doing that. Bleed resist is also immense. So I'm going to take this turn to self-heal with the Plague Doctor. And then drop another heal in place for 12, which is pretty good. 25 hit points in the kitty there, so I'm not too concerned. Could activate a riposte and mark myself, and that might not be the worst call ever, especially if that ectoplasm takes the mark. It does. Cytokinesis drops down, 6 damage, riposte of 13, and we have 1 more ectoplasm to deal with, but that does put the bombard in place for an Iron Swan, which I am very grateful for. Let's drop that now. 18 damage. Lovely jubbly. Another focused heal on the Plague Doctor because she could still use it. Not even quite yet topped up as of yet. Could go for the insta-kill on the ectoplasm. Could try and do some more significant damage to the giant ectoplasm. We can keep debuffing. My riposte is still active. Let's do a all-over debuff. That's great. And it takes on the 2 we care most about. Slime drops for 10 damage, but ectoplasm is practically dead at this stage. Oh, Blight resist is immense. I don't like my chance there. What I can do is secure the kill on that.
as the enemy crumbles.
because, again, dead is best. Certainly better than stunned. 1 hit point left on the bombard, and the man-at-arms could use some healing. Alright, focus heal on the man-at-arms. That goes without saying. It's 10 up. He's up to 49, so a little bit left to go. Best option we have at the moment is to reactivate Riposte, because we're already marked. We may as well get something back for it, and we get to deal some damage as well, which isn't too shabby. Get some stress going on that critical hit. Nicely done. And... can try for some plague damage. Chances are non-existent, but it will kill off the bombard if it takes. Nice, alright. So I get 1 kill in and get 1 free damage. Just do some basic melee damage. It's a beautiful crit for 24. So this giant pile of excrement is less a worry for me. No stuns taken, which is very important as well. Options are pretty limited. May as well take the best of all available. I'm not going to complain. That was pretty awesome critical for 14. No bleeds, but none were expected, obviously. We'll look at a party heal or focus heal? Party heal, I think. 10 up. And we get rid of some stress as well, which is completely fine. Crush drops down, and I think we should... Nope, not quite enough to make the round for us, but we do have that one last turn with the Hellion. And we've sorted things out. Unlocked strongbox. Is there anything I can do for an unlocked strongbox? Let's have a quick look. Ignore that. Ignore that. Karamazula, thank you kindly. We're in the Warrens. Okay, unlocked strongbox. There's just nothing that can be done. It's just a random chance, and we'll take that on the man-at-arms in case there is a blight. Contents of mine. Bit of food. Bit of medicinal herbs. Pretty good all round. Those debuffs will clear off after 1 turn. I will spend a smidge of food though. And let's press on down this fork here. Haven't gotten any scouting as yet, which is slightly concerning, but that's life sometimes. Bit of change that I'm probably going to leave behind, because I want to be able to deal with... Actually, that move charm isn't hugely valuable. I'll run the switcheroo on that one, because I'm sure to pick up more gold. I can't stack crappy common charms, so that's a good call in my eyes. Ectoplasm and Ectoplasm can probably try for the insta-kill on the Ectoplasm. Might just respawn, and it isn't quite enough damage to take the cake. Could try and do a party buff. He's got 2 health left. If it's just... yeah, it does, great. And I'm not too worried about that. Dead, as we've mentioned, is always better than stun. We'll go for an incision on the front row, because it's the best of all available options. 14 damage. And the bleed even took for 15 over 5 turns, which isn't too shabby at all. Big slime drops on the Hellion. 24 damage. Damn. Alright, Vestal has a target. It's clear and evident. No debuff taken there, which is important. Good old-fashioned manual damage for 24. Very nice critical. Very nice critical, actually. I can try and do some more damage, or I can try and hedge my bets problem-wise. Let's hedge. We're only in turn 2. Got a turn of the Vestal. I'm going to faff, actually. I'm going to wisely spend a turn faffing. What's our chance to stun? Non-existent. Alright, let's just do some damage. Only 6, but, you know, is what it is. Focused heal on the Hellion, up by 10, plus the 5 and 3 we had before. So 35 is looking a lot better. Big slime on the Plague Doctor, only 9 though, not a critical. Thank goodness, and it's definitely party heals in the next round. Let's drop an incision down, 7 damage. And the bleed doesn't take, but that's completely fine. Cytokinesis will spawn a newbie, but there's no damage dealt. Party heal. Nice, party heal. And let's take out this Ectoplasm if we can. If we can't, let's close in for the kill. Boom! I mean, we knew it was dead, but that crit for 44 was, you know, was nice. Not going to complain. 6 more damage dealt on the Giant. No additional bleed for obvious reasons. And let's focus a heal here on the Hellion. Up by 12, we should top her off very nicely, which leaves us with a turn with each, and a kill in the next turn. Alright, let's check what's behind door number 3 and hope for a scout. Yes! Alright, let's head north, because that's where we think the hag is. First hunger check, and that's timely.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
The curiosity's bothering me, but I can live. Now, this is an empty room for sure.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
But I'm going to assume that this is the boss bash. We could use the buffs, or we could chance it. Let's... Got a key for that.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Oops. Right, didn't have a chance to activate that, but that's fine. I'm still not down with the right timing on reflexes for that. And let's see what we have behind door number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Twisted and maniacal, a slathering testament to the powers of corruption.
Here's the hag. She's more she's weakest to bleed. The chance of doing damage with blight is pretty non-existent, and so this plague master is going to be kind of useless. But let's take our chances and see if anything takes. 1 damage, and the blight does take gorgeously. The Vestal goes into the pot, which doesn't affect me horribly. We can do row 3 damage, and we will, because taking her out is the biggest priority. The Vestal's got pretty good hit points, so I'm less concerned. Meat Tenderize goes down, does some pretty substantial damage, but it's nothing to cry about. Iron Swan on the back. Crit for 36! Alright, this is working. Crit for 36. Hag's half-life. Bit of a debuff. No, just stress damage. That Vestal is cooking, but that's all she can really do at this stage. Let's try for the Blight. Probably won't take, but... Oh wow, it does. Okay, so... Doesn't seem to be stacking though, but that's okay. Another Iron Swan. 18 damage. Very reasonable. Very reasonable. Crush in the back row. 16 damage. Very reasonable again. Down to a third of her life, and she's going to try to stress out the... Yep, Man-at-Arms. He's holding up. Vestal is cooking pretty badly, but she'll eventually fall out of that pot, thinking. Bit more stress on the Plague Doctor. Vestal's looking a bit crispy, but... Oh wow, no, that attack heals that wench. Okay, 15 damage done. Blight probably won't take. No, it's resisted again. That's what we expect. Another crush. 26 damage and only 19 hit points left. That Vestal doesn't have long left though. 13 hit points left. Meat Tenderize this time. Some damage, but we're okay. Hope the Vestal lives. No, she's a Death's Door. And she's out. But she has nothing that she can do. Let's get her off Death's Door. Crit for 6. Alright. Alright, you throw it back into the pot. That's horrible. Yes, I accept the pain is awful. There's the kill. And out of the pot. Ooh!
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Okay. Yowza. Alright, I'm going to throw out these bandages. And that's all I'm going to do at the moment. I will camp before I do anything else, though, for obvious reasons, because that's just good.
It's a goal without hope.
Oh, alright. Do we have anything to get someone off Death's Door? We do not. We can do some wound care. We can take care of some stress. We can take care of everyone's stress. And get a buff in play. Okay. And that's us looking slightly
The match is struck.
better than before.
A blazing star is born.
We have plenty of inventory stuff that can be gotten rid of. We're great for torches. And the food situation, you know, isn't too bad. Let's carry on and make sure that we're coming home with sacks and sacks of treasure. Not 100% this is the best idea given the current state of the Vestal, but I've got a good feeling that we're going to be able to make this, make it through this dungeon without complications. As soon as that last food stack goes, plus another corridor, we'll call time. But since I've beelined it to the boss, I figure I may as well make good. Chance of some 60, 80, 80. Let's take the chance on the Hellion. There we go. All good. Torch up and check the crate. With nothing there. Torch up before we enter the room, just to make sure that we stick in Radiant Light, and let's see what treasure we have in store for us. 2 Bombards, 2 Chloras, that's all looking pretty fine. We can keep the Bombards out of the action for a moment with a stun. Absolutely focus on self-healing the Vestal there, up by 10. About 14 left to go. Iron Swan in the back row because that's pertinent. 15 damage done. And we will do an all-over debuff, I think, with our free turn. Nice. Gripping Swipe with the Hellion. Minor damage. And no complications. Going again, and it's dodged entirely. Parry. Parry parries, what can I say? Chance to blight is pretty poor. Chance to stun now is very poor. That said, there's no reason why we can't try for some damage with the blight. Takes on one, and no complaints. Let's go for the kill on the other. Nicely done. Alright, so we're looking in pretty good straits now. I'm going to do another self-heal on the Vestal because she's coming from behind a fair way. Mark drops down on the Man-at-Arms, and hopefully he gets his turn first. Yes, okay, so I can make him... Yeah, I can mark him and get that riposte going. And at least when he gets attacked, he'll do something... Ooh, crit 24. That's concerned. Wow, okay, so that was not an exchange that came off in my favor. But even so, we have options. I'm going to try for the blight. It probably won't take, but... Actually, I can try for the stun, which would be better. Yeah, let's try for the stun. Good, that took. It's one action denied. We can follow on with an attempt to kill, or at least get her closer to being killed. Let's do that. 8 damage, and the bleed takes, so that's 10 damage next turn. It's 1 off a kill, which we can work with. 9 heal on the Man-at-Arms. Not anywhere near enough, but we'll take what we can get. Let's do a stun and knockback combo, though, on the front line, because Iron Swan isn't going to be doing me any good in any case, and I just need to buy some time. That Bombard is dead in any case at the beginning of his next turn. That Ren drops for 8 damage, but that's the only 8 damage he's going to be taking this turn, which is fortunate. We'll drop an Incision, I think. What's this? Stun resist. Okay, let's drop an Incision here if we can. 7 damage and a bleed. Let's keep focusing down on him. Down to 17 hit points and following things through with... eight damage, and the bleed takes. That's 7 damage to him in the beginning of his next turn. And again for the next, and again for the next. Bombard's gone. We have 2 Claws to still have to worry about. Gripping Swing on the Hellion, and she does take damage this turn around for a 10. That Blight, though, is a problem. but she dodges the second time around the bend. I could drop a heal on her. Yes, she'll be cured, and then she has a higher damage dealing turn in her turn, which is better. Wicked Hack right there, 9 damage down, 19 left. Could drop a Crush as well, which will by no means get the kill, but it will give me some breathing room to heal up so we can keep exploring this dungeon in generally better states. Gripping Swing drops crit for 16, and that Blight comes back again. Yowza. Yowza, yowza, yowza. Okay, let's take care of that Blight again before it damages the Hellion in her turn. Drop a self-heal from the Hellion for 5. And a focused heal on the Hellion for 12. And she's looking pretty healthy. Won't get the kill with the Man-at-Arms. Should have gone for the stun, to be honest. That was probably a bad call. But the Gripping Swing is dodged. Alright, let's play the game with the numbers now. Go for the stun. Good, alright. That's fine and fair. Focused heal on the Hellion, on the Man-at-Arms. Turn 7, so not getting any faffing debuffs as yet. Let's faffing penalties, I should say. Up a bit, and then a party heal. Let's aim to kill him off in his next turn. There we go. Very comfortable with that, and now we take that stress penalty. It's fine. We're still in a very good place. Wicked Hack, and that should be the end. Gorgeous!
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Get rid of those anti-venoms now, because we haven't been taking too much in the way of blights we can't remediate with people's abilities. Check the chest, and we've got gold and a key. Let's take the gold rather than the jade, because gold will always stack, whereas jades may not always be dropped. And double back through here, carry through that tail there at the end, at the bottom there, and I'm going to call that game probably, because our stress levels are mounting. And treasure is not worth picking up diseases and, you know, virtue checks and Lord knows what else. Feel like we're overdue for a hunger check. Yep. Alright, so we'll do one more corridor and one more room, and if we don't find food, we'll call time. Alright, let's press on. One curio there. And a few more deeds, which I'm not going to complain about too much. Torch up.
Light, the promise of safety.
Just do that redundantly as well as we enter, because we don't know what we're getting into. Right, empty room. We'll take a chance on one more corridor, one more room, and then we'll call time. Great, you can be curious, it's fine.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Nothing yet? Okay, corridor battle. Great. Okay, Bombard and 2 Claws. This is going to be quite easy to manage in the grand scheme of things. Let's get that stun going on the back row. Trading one turn for another, which is completely fine in my books at this stage. Look at getting a riposte active. Well, actually, they do some pretty good damage on marked targets, so let's avoid being marked. Let's just do damage to position 2. Get a focused heal going. Actually, let's try for a stun. Stun on the front row. Why not? Nope, resisted. It's fine. 10 damage taken. And a blight. We'll need to cure that. Gripping Swing, again. 9 damage, but the blight did not take in this instance. Let's drop a bleed on position 2. 7 damage. Plus an extra 12 to come in turns. Let's go for the stun. Crit for 3. Stun takes. Gorgeous work. Cure that blight and address some of the damage. Nicely done. And let's go in for another stun on position 1. Just keep denying them turns because my Iron Swan isn't necessarily going to be very useful for me. Mark Praise dropped in the Hellion, and I think I can be fine with that because it's in place for 2 turns, and that's alright, we can make do. Heavy damage on the Claw, 8 down, 12 hit points left, and no turn to speak of. Need to do 4 more damage to him for him to be dead. I think that's going to be very achievable, to be honest. Done. Let's go for the stun on the back row. That takes. Focused heal on the Hellion. No, it's mana arms for 12. It's almost topped off nicely. And let's stun resist too high. Okay, let's do some. No, let's get our apost now. Let's do some damage. Damage. 8 damage. 8 damage. Rend the Mark drops on the Hellion. 15 damage. We need to focus on her in the next turn with the Vestal. That goes that saying, but I don't think combat's going to run forever. To be honest, crit for 13, which is absolutely lovely, and some stress goes down there. Chance to Blight is next non-existent. Chance to Bleed is pretty good, so we will take that chance. On the Claw, crit for 10. Beautiful hit, 3 damage, and 3 damage. He is dead the next turn, which is fine by me. Let's drop a bleed attack on the back row now. We know things are taken care of. Rain of Blight in the back. Not too concerned, because if it takes on everyone, I can at least heal it. Let's focus that heal on the Hellion. Job's done. Claw is gone. And the Bombard is now in position 2. Let us focus another heal on beautiful critical there, by the way. A bit more damage coming through in the Bombard, and Escape Cloud is dropping. 1 dodge and 1 blight. That's fine. I can do a dual action. 2 cures and 1 heal. Not too shabby. Crush that Bombard for 10. 4 damage needed and 4 damage on the way. We can probably just spend a turn faffing, but we'll finish things off. There we go.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Now, food checks are our biggest problem. We're just going to get into this room, see what it is. And you know what? Let's call time. Let's call time. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We don't need to just one more room until we die. Pretty good haul. Just for the quest rewards, to be honest, because it's a boss bash. 20k of gold taken all up. Wow, 54 crests, 20 deeds, which I don't have really that much use for, to be honest. Hag's Ladle, and a Martyr's Seal. I'm not sure if we're going to use a Martyr's Seal, but let's see how we go. Ludell has popped to level 6. 9 Lives has popped to level 6 as well. She picks up Runes Tactician, and we have a Mana Arms up to max level, which is very handy, because I'm going to need one for the next level of the Darkest Dungeon. Okay, looking through this, Bon Valet gets rid of their bad humors, Black Plague is gone, Bulimic is gone, Cytomania, Guilty Conscience, and Hieromania is gone. Oh my god, when you have cash, life just gets so much better. What I'm going to do, to make sure that I do, before I forget, do you guys see that? Yeah, that's been happening since I beat the first level of the Darkest Dungeon. That's kind of weird. Is a guard attack. So that's plus 30 prot and guard. I'm going to need that for DD level 2, that's for sure. Retribution's useful. Rampart is useful. I'll exchange Bellow for guard. Alright. Okay. And beyond that, there are a few more things for me to take care of off cam. As you guys all know, I'll always try and chance to do some interesting things off camera, but in the meantime, I've been Ahdoom. This has been fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this. Hit that like button if you've enjoyed what you've seen. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of it, and catch up on the old playlist. Yeah, I'll catch you guys next time.